for me, it's important to talk about heritage and identity and race. Um, and I'll use myself as an example so that, you know, kids don't grow up thinking like I did. I and I'm going to preface this in case my parents watch this. You guys did a fantastic job, and I love you dearly. But
Disclaimer.
disclaimer, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, growing up in a white family, biological mom, white stepdad, white brother, white aunts and uncles, grandparents, everything. You know, I didn't really see my culture or my heritage in action really anywhere. Um, when I went to Washington, D.C. in 8th grade, I experienced the severe culture shock. I've never seen so many Black people in one place, and I didn't know that it existed. I had never seen the hairstyles. I had never seen that clothing. I had, you know, it was it was so different, and it, you know, it didn't mess me up. It just, I was like, okay, what's so different about me who looks like them, but I don't really know them. I don't know anything about my history or about, you know, my culture. And it you know, I think my parents saw that and they allowed me to, you know, explore that through music, through clothing, through hair. I mean, I went from mainly this being my haircut to you know, having cornrows, to having dreads, to all that, to experiencing food, to going to shows. But again, you know, I was 14 when that happened. You know, you know, my wife Jasmine is you know, Black, and if you would ask me when I was growing up if I would have had a Black wife, I probably would have said no, because I just didn't know any Black people. Um, and it's important that if you're a mentor of someone from who's a different race or a different ethnicity than you know, their their experiences are going to be different. You can't force your own experiences onto them. You have to meet them where they're at and make sure that you're propping them up and giving them the best opportunity to grow.
So Reggie and I, we have a 4-month-old, so, you know, we're just kind of dipping our toes into this parenting thing. But, you know, one of the things when Mark posed the question, how do you have these discussions about what's happening? I don't necessarily have an answer, but I immediately thought about what are some other traumatizing things that might occur that as a parent you would have to explain to your child. I don't know, it might be traumatizing for their dog to pass away, or I'm not equating that. I'm just saying, like, how do you have those types of discussions? You do it in a way that's age appropriate. You break it down into bite-sized pieces. And I'm not saying that like it's going to be a cakewalk to have that type of conversation, but like, I guess think of it, if I had an older child, or if I had a little, I would approach it maybe in that way. So I was just going to throw that out there. But you know, if there's another way to think about that or approach that, someone else offer a different, some different perspective on that.